Alrighty, all my Moonie friends. So, took a while. When I say a while, I do mean a while. And she is finally together. The only thing that isn't on is her earrings, and that is because, well, a couple things. Let me fix her up quick. Now, I'm gonna go through this a little bit, and I'm gonna be really critical about this because, one, that's how I do things with my channel here. I'm going to be really critical about this, but I'm also going to give like the big pros. And obviously one of the huge pros is it's freaking Sailor Moon as a DDS. Come on. That's freaking amazing. So, okay, let's get into this real quick. All right, let me just set you down for a moment. I know, cringeworthy, cringy, cringe warning, da-da-dum. All right, because I am going to set her down so that I can kind of get into this a little bit better. There we go. All right, sorry for that, guys. So, I'm going to get into this, and I'm going to be really critical about this because, well, I mean, it's a doll, and I believe people should know the honest truth about this doll, other than, you know, the normal, oh my god, it's this most super amazing doll you're ever gonna get, and you should buy one, and it doesn't matter the price, and blah, 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 and I really, honestly, yeah, I really think people should know. People should know. So, we're gonna get right into this, alright? Now, the first thing is you saw how it comes. Everything's kind of, you know, a mess. As you can see, I've kind of torn everything apart. Now, here's the thing. So you get all the hands that I showed you before. You get all these gloves, okay? Now, the hands, pain in the butt to put in here. The good news is these are sewn, so as you can see the fingers. The bad news is you can see the fingers. They do not line up. Try as I might, they do not line up, which sucks because I kind of feel like from this angle, yeah, it looks like, you know, it's part of her gloves, and that's great. From this angle, it's that doesn't look right. That just looks bad. So, and I mean, the same goes with this one. As you can see, the fingers go all the way down to here, but the glove is very short, which makes her fingers look super tiny, and it just looks weird. Again, from this angle, it looks great. From this angle, no, not so much. Same thing with this one. Same exact issue. You can see the fingers here. Try as I might, I tried to line them up. I got them almost lined up, as you can see. Again, from this angle, it doesn't look too bad. We do have this bulky thing here. I'm going to see if I can fix that a little bit later as I play with this a little bit more. But there you have that. And then for the hands that hold the wand, you have these, of course, the holding hands, and you have mittens for it, which makes it a whole lot easier. And when she's holding it, it'd be really hard-pressed to tell. My suggestion, if you get this doll, put the hands in the gloves. And I'll explain why, because they're a pain in the butt to get on, and especially if they're on the doll. They do have a Velcro. It goes all the way up to the midpoint of the hand, so you can still get it on. Like for these, I got them on while her hands were on. They were a pain. Now, the other problem I see is that you have this, which is great that it's Velcro, but it sticks out like a sore thumb. So as much as you would like to kind of hide this, you really can't. So that is a problem in my eyes. Again, I don't think there really is a better way to do this. I think the only other way to have done this would have been to paint the hands and give cuffs kind of like what they did for Madoka Magica. They do have gloves, and then they put cuffs on them. Or, you know, for Mommy, for Madoka Magic, they actually painted on her hands. They sculpted and painted it on there. So I think that might have been a better idea. I get why they didn't do it, because Volks is very much an outfit is just that, an outfit, and it would have been hard-pressed to figure out how to do this any other way. So I get why they did it. That's fine. Just be aware that your gloves are going to look kind of funky. But if that doesn't really matter to you, and like this, the seam line really doesn't matter to you, then you're good. you're good. I mean, for me, I've got OCD. I notice these kinds of things, but I think after a while, it'll just kind of vanish from sight. So, let's start from the shoes up then. We have the shoes. They are like a latex shoe, and they've got, you know, a hard bottom here, which is nice. They zip up. Ooh, I'm sorry, sweetie. See, I talked to my dolls. They zip up in the back, and these little moons, they slide clip on, which is quite nice. It makes it look very, very nice and professional. The knees seem to get, as you can see, caught in there, so you do have to pop that out every now and again, but otherwise, very nicely done. I am very impressed with how the shoes look. Volks has always done really great on shoes, so yeah. The outfit itself was a little hard to get on, mainly around the top to kind of buckle it in. It does have plenty of snaps on it so that you can snap it all together. The collar part is also removable and is snap-on in various places so that it really stays secure. And then, of course, we have the bows, which snap on as well. And they are quite nice. You can tell the difference, obviously, because one is bigger than the other. The fabric itself seems to be almost like a satin fabric, and then like a cotton almost. And then you have the satin and the satin. So it is very true to, if you were to make this yourself, for yourself, this is how it would be. This thing just kind of slides over the top. The only problem is it does come off, so you do have to keep an eye on that. You don't want to miss it, and the same goes with the choker. It is much like the moons down at the bottom, where they just slide on to clip from the top. It does look lovely that way, and I'm very impressed with it, so I can't say that I am displeased with the outfit itself, although it is kind of a pain to get on. It is quite nice. All right, we have the wig. All right, let me get into the wig. I think if you have some styling product for your Dollfie, use it. Seriously, use it. This is so important, and I will say why. And as you can see, I just put this on her, and it is, I mean, it's a bit of a hot mess. If you do have some styling product, it will get rid of the stray hairs that you have floating around, as you can just take the styling product, whisk it through, and it will hold that together, kind of like a hairspray. Do not use a hairspray on the doll. I've heard horror stories of people using actual hair products on the dolls. Please don't do that. But otherwise, yeah, it works out quite nice. The Odangos are just kind of on there. I don't quite like how they did it. I think there are better ways to have done it. It just kind of looks like she's got pigtails, and then, I don't know, these round spheres just kind of slapped in there. It doesn't look natural in the slightest, but I understand why. Keeping cost effectiveness is quite hard, especially for such a difficult doll. As you can see, the curls that are supposed to go to the side here are kind of everywhere. They just don't want to listen. So again, styling product along with the bangs. The tiara here, you do have to tuck under the wig. Kind of a bit of a pain, but overall not so bad to get on. I mean, there are worse things in the planet as far as the Dollfies are concerned in getting things together. Her wand here is hard plastic. It is very nicely done. I really don't see any issues with it per se. The painting is nicely done on it. You can even have the little tiny stars are painted on there, and the bottom is painted as well, and it will hold into the hands. Let me see if I can do it one-handed. As you can see, the hands do hold the wand quite nicely, actually. So I am very impressed with that. Again, the one thing I am not impressed with is I did get the earrings. I'm going to try and get it so you can see these things. They are unbelievably tiny. Let me see. There we go. So that's the earring. And it's supposed to come with tiny, tiny little pins. I'm going to check the box and when I'm done to see if those pins are in there. you are supposed to, according to the directions, and I'm going to pull that over in a minute, according to the directions, you are supposed to poke holes in the ears in order to get the the ears pierced so you can put those earrings in. I've never pierced a doll's ears. I've heard a lot of people do it, but it makes me insanely nervous to do it because I am very OCD about things, and if it is not, like, lined up perfectly, to me, it's like, well, crap, I've screwed it up, and I'm going to notice it forever. So, that being said, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I might save that for another video. I might put these things in a plastic bag and put them on the side. Alright, this is the booklet you get, and it kind of gives you everything you're going to get in this thing. And as you can see in number 4, it's a bad picture, but you have the little pins in there. They are gold so that you can put them in there. And down here, they show where to pierce the ear, how to pierce the ear, and then there's those little gold things, and you just put them in there. They make it seem so easy. I don't know. So, then you can see here, there's plenty of little snaps. Be careful, snaps do come off. I recommend using a fingernail to really get them on there properly so that, you know, if you have to pull them off, you're not tugging too hard. As you can see, the little clips, they clip right on there. They kind of slide on. They're a little bit difficult to get on, but overall, I mean, they're not too bad. They do give an idea of how to put the gloves on. They are not that easy. So please don't think they are, because they really are not. It's a pain, really, honestly. Then there's that thing. It's kind of a pain to get off once it comes, because it's all clipped down there, and you really need a good nail to get under there. And then you just kind of slide it over the bow, just like that. And yeah. And you've got the wig. You put the wig on. It does slide on pretty easy, so you shouldn't have any issues with it. And then again, like I said here, you have the tiara, and that just goes on there, and you have the finished product. Now, here's the other thing. Those little odangos, they're supposed to go in those little holes. I have one of them that just popped right in there, and it was great, and the other one just kept popping out at least like 10, 15 times. It just kept popping out, and drove me crazy until I could find the sweet spot. And even then, it's not really securely in there. It's in there, but it's not entirely securely in there. So there is that. You also get this thing here. It's called the Dollfie Concept Book, and it kind of gives an idea of all the dolls that they have and what you can and can't get or at that time, because I do believe they've changed this. So they have all the details about this, all the different heads that you can get, different bodies, all this kind of stuff. So you do get kind of a nice little shop list of everything that you can get from the Dollfie Dream catalog here. So aside from that, that is basically all you get with her, and that is plenty enough. Like I said, I do have the Super Sailor Moon outfit coming later this month. I'm excited to get that on to see her, and then I'm going to attempt to get a custom-made Eternal outfit done, because that is actually my favorite of all of them, is the Eternal outfit. So I'm going to try and get that so that I can put her in that and make her real pretty, because I love Eternal Moon. She's obviously my favorite. The only thing that bothers me is this is very much like the first anime that they ever came out with, in the fact that no hairpins. There is no hairpins. Drives me crazy, because I would have loved the hairpins in there. I think it would have looked absolutely gorgeous to have those hairpins, but maybe they'll come with the Super Sailor Moon. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm overthinking things a little bit too much. I could be. That is just me. That's just the way I roll sometimes, but this is her. I'm going to show the back real quick so you can kind of get an idea of what the back looks like. I do have to refix her wig again, but there's her bow and then her boots. And she does have, like, the leotard that she comes with does have underwear attached to it, so you don't have to worry about her, you know, flashing people, because she does have underwear under there. Yeah. The Volks thinks of everything. Well, almost. They didn't think of the hairpins. No hairpins! Yeah! I needed those hairpins. I needed those hairpins. So anyways, again, I might save these earrings for another video, because it just makes me insanely nervous to poke holes in a doll's ears. I will put out another video sometime very, very soon showing the comparison between all the dolls, and I might do a Instagram video or an Instagram photo comparing all of them, so keep an eye out for that. If you're not subscribed, check out below. I'll put some information on where I am as far as everywhere else, because it's really easy. Sailor Moon Chan, one word. That's all it is. That's where I am on 99% of all social media. You can find me as Sailor Moon Chan, and yeah. That's where I am. So thanks so much for watching, and yeah, I will definitely get in touch with you guys real soon to kind of give you an idea of where this doll is at as far as completion is concerned, with those earrings and everything. And I'll have some pictures up on Instagram and that to give an idea of size comparisons as well as other tidbits and stuff. So check me out on there, because there's going to be plenty of pictures of this gal fighting crime and, well, not crime, fighting evil all over my city, because doggone it, she needs to fight some bad peoples. So maybe she'll fight, people who are annoyed in traffic. That's what I'll do. I'll take her with me, and I'll have her just sit there, and every time somebody, gives me the finger, I'll have her pop up with her "I'll punish you" thing, and just kind of see their reaction, and we'll go from there. That might be actually kind of fun. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. I know this video is kind of long, but I really did want to give an idea of this doll and, all of her perks and stuff like that. Big pro, it's Sailor Moon, it's Volks, it's huge. I mean, come on, this is the most awesome thing that they've done. I've been asking for this since, God, for too long. Since I got my very first doll, I've been asking for this to happen. So I'm really excited about this. This is like grail item for me. But all right, I've talked too much. I will talk to you guys again real soon. Thanks so much for watching. I love you. Mwah! どうもありがとうございます。